Hey, 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 this is your recap Auntie. Hey, y'all. Hey, this is Shar. Welcome to my channel. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, y'all. Hello. Hey. Oh, we are here to do our front porch talk from the previous or from the last front porch plus the two episodes after that. So that's why we are here today, okay? So, how y'all doing? Y'all miss me? I mean, hopefully y'all had a good weekend. I stated earlier that I was at a gala, so I was able to get that done yesterday, and I'm tired, so I took the day off. So I said, let me go ahead and get started on my front porch. At least get that started before the show comes on, and now just mishmash all of this together when it's time for me to upload it. So let me go ahead and get started. We're going from the last front porch to episode, I think that was, yeah, 142 and then 143. And we might talk about the little tea that I dropped this morning. Okay, so let's go ahead and see our first message. Well, look, let me sort it because YouTube be tripping, honey. I need to sort by newest message because sometimes they be tripping. They'll like it'll be like if I don't sort it, I'll only see like four messages, but once I sort it out, it'd be like 50. I'm like, y'all gonna make me look bad now. I told my peoples I was gonna try to read everybody's message. Now y'all making me look bad. So okay, all right. Let me go ahead and sort everything out so I can make sure I have everybody's words. See, the last one I had it only showed me two messages. When I sorted that shit out, I have like 10 trying to get me in trouble. So let me go ahead and get started, and let me move this over because I have something in the way over here on this screen. So it might be a little, a little bit on the audio part. It might just be a little skippy and jumpy on the audio part. Let me make sure. No, okay. You might get a little skip, skip, jump, jump, double dutch on the audio part, but it's all good. Matter of fact, let me change my screens around. Hold for just a second. All right, the first message we have is from our Lightning Storm. Hey, Lightning, I'm sure he's doing good. Hey, Lightning, boo. Lightning says, "Hey, Auntie, I've been MIA for a bit, but been keeping up to on the show and the recaps. Okay, and I got some shit to say. Okay, Lightning mad, y'all. Matt Lightning, honey, we missed you. Where you been? Well, it ain't none of our business where you been, honey. But I'm glad you're back. We did miss you. I think I talked about you a little bit in the last week. So your presence is always missed, honey. But I understand we all got lives, baby. So let's see what he says. He says Anita slash Nicole getting all high and mighty on Danny slash Andre, regardless of how they feel or even if they might be right. Danny and Andre are two fully grown adults and can make their own damn decisions and mistakes. And not it ain't like Danny is like 20 something. This woman is at least in her 40s, almost 50, with two grown children and enough to make her a grandmother, right? I don't care how much of a mother hen Anita may be, she was all the way out of line with that nonsense. I agree. And it was more in her delivery that was a problem. Obviously, you're going to give your kids advice and guidance all through their lives, but Anita came in like a hurricane and ordering people around like she was in charge. Ain't that something? I agree with you, baby. He also says, as for Eva, Kat, and Tomas, I was not team anybody before, but was more Eva than Kat. Okay, okay. But I'm now fully Eva. Team Eva. Okay, hear me out. Hear me out. This is what he says. Kat is an evil, vindictive bitch. As much as the show is trying to tell us that Eva is like Leslie, they are showing us that Kat is the Leslie in this. Eva actually fell for Tomas and really likes him. Kat doesn't. Eva stopped Tomas every time he tried to cheat on Kat with her, even though she wanted to. Okay. Even this time, Eva stopped him until Tomas declared that he and Kat were fully over. Okay, okay. Eva wants Tomas because she actually likes him and was actually hurt by him using her like he did. Okay, I think that's my be right back. I think that's my male person. All right, sorry about that. I had to get up. Okay, let me continue with lightning. I might repeat something. It says, even this time, Eva stopped him until Tomas declared that he and Kat were officially over. Eva wants Tomas because she actually likes him and she was actually hurt by him using her like he did. Kat, on the other hand, never wanted Tomas, and she even did admit at that time that she only wants to win over Eva. That's why I think that's why she slept with Tomas, because I think that she did it as a one up on Eva. I don't think that she was ready for him. Kat's whole MO is to beat Eva, like Leslie is to beat Nicole. I agree. Every time Eva does something Leslie ish, it is because Leslie herself put her in that head to do so. True. Leslie told Eva to keep pushing to get back at Kat. Even in the preview next week, we see Leslie doing it again and pushing Eva to make sure she wins. Eva is a victim of Leslie and Tomas. Eva was also really hurt by what Tomas did using her. Kat wasn't at all hurt by Tomas hooking up with Eva. She was just mad that it appeared that Eva won. I agree. But just like how we mentioned about Danny, Eva is a grown ass woman, Lightning. She grown. She real grown. She can make her own decisions. Yeah, I do agree that she's probably influenced, but in the end, she's still a grown ass woman, honey. She grown. But I love you. He also says the whole Doug, Vanessa, Joey, Donnell, Randy thing. I'm a little like man on it. I really hope that there's a big twist coming with this. It just seems to be obvious. Ashley, Derek, who cares? Nicole and Carlton, this is garbage. Carlton's supposed to be Ted's best friend since medical school, and their business partners makes this even more silly. Vernon, where he been? Not where Vernon been. And Haley, I'm over this character. They need to address the pregnancy lie and do something more with her. I can't wait for the real connection to Randy to come out. I agree. I definitely agree. I agree with all of those. I really do agree. That's why maybe I gloss over those when I do my recap, because it's not that important to me. And if it's not that important to me, I hope that I don't gloss over it and you guys will be like, bitch, why you didn't read over? I just don't. I just don't. It doesn't matter to me. We got June and Ted. Please, God, no. He says this show already jumped the shark on how small this universe is. I mean, really, how silly is this of you to think about it? Someone is dating their half nephew and then marrying him. Your daughter's best friend steals your husband and becomes your daughter's stepmother. A woman child friend's daughter slept with her daughter's husband. A random homeless woman is the biological mother of the adopted niece and nephew, and then she randomly sees your uncle, their grandfather, and then falls from him. Like, what? When I tell you my baby Lightning, he wrote that on the last front porch. When I tell you he laid it out again, we missed you, boo. We missed you, but I thank you for your wisdom as always, because you did. He said that he broke it down. Let me go and respond to him. Yeah, I appreciate all y'all's input, all of it. So I just told him, I'm happy that he's back, and I appreciate all of his input, as always. So we got Angelica. She says this was an inspiring recap. I must say that both these young women, Eva and Kat, need therapeutic treatment. But in my opinion, the saddest is Kat, because both her parents are healthcare professionals, and her mama is a psychiatrist, not a psychologist, but a full-blown MD, and they have always ignored Kat's cry for help. Now, Ted, who is also an MD, is not offering therapeutic help for his side daughter that he should know needs help, given her who her mama is. Kat's behavior is a reflection of Nicole. She's just one more outspoken and angry. Why haven't Nicole and Ted realized that this anniversary trauma has really affected their daughter? She needs guidance, but her daddy is too busy feeling sorry for himself while and paying attention to his side chick. And Nicole is so busy trying to get back at this asshole by dating his partner. What kind of example is this to set for a troubled daughter? Miss Goody Two Shoes is too busy with Carlton to assist her daughter, and who's definitely crying for help. I agree, Angelica. And even worse, why is Anita telling Nicole that she needs to move on when relationship breakup with Ted was more fresher and newer than Danny's was. With Danny, they don't want her to be no fucking body. But when Nicole, girl, you need to, freshen up. Well, you need to feel good. You need to dress up, honey. I'm like, Anita, really? I can't wait to see that shit because I don't even like that already. He's out there making a lot of noise. So if you hear my grass cut guy, please excuse it. We have Angelica. She also says, I feel the same way about Eva and Tomas situation as I feel about Nicole and Carlton's situation. It's about having some more capital. No matter what Tomas said to Eva, that's her sister's man, ex or whatever. Eva's a beautiful woman that can choose who she wants. Same with Carlton and Nicole. Why hook up with your ex's partner, Nicole? You have a daughter that's looking up to you, bitch. No wonder cats all screwed up in the head over trashy ass Tomas. Girls watch their mama. Ooh, you better say that, honey, because my daughter sure do watch me. Even if she can't see me, she watching. I'm all for Nicole moving on from that asshole, but not with his business partner. Too messy. I agree, Angelica, that all of that you said a word. She says, Auntie, Shelter says, Auntie, I swear I don't want to see Leslie in anything but orange, but what she did to Laura, she can change behind the bars like every other criminal, not behind them gates. I hope she spends every dime she has defending her case. She has a beautiful brown skin, will look great in orange. She would. And orange is one of my favorite colors. It really is. Oh, look who's back, James! Look who's back. Big brother James, honey, he's back. He says, Flathead Tomas. Flathead Tomas is just as flat as Dougie is now. Oh, come on, little sis. Little sis, you'll be sorry if you make the if you make me choke on one of these tasty. I meant to say tasty. What are you saying? Kit Kat bars while I'm trying to be on break. I've corrected myself in the event Kit Kat wants to sponsor your show. Your amazing show. I'm still laughing at your episode 140 recap. Rascals, I know most of y'all are familiar with that sad trombone. Wonk, 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 symbolizing disappointment, humiliation, frustration, and failure. Last Sunday, my Vegas Raiders. Oh, I didn't know you was a Raiders fan. I'm so used to hearing LA Raiders, not Vegas. But last Sunday, my Vegas Raiders hosted the Chicago Bears, and they were actually winning for most of the game, only to taste defeat once again. Bears 25. Wow, Raiders 24. I couldn't will my Raiders to victory. Couldn't keep Dr. Doug alive. Can't manage to get somebody to unalive the Buana. It's womp 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 time, except I have new and improved womp 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 courtesy of our Shar. For me, womp womp is now, woo, that child crying. She slid down the door, baby. Slide, Eva, slide. Did I say that? Eva slumped against the door, sobby face. That was some funny shit. Raiders versus Colts this Sunday. Back to my break. Okay. Love you, sis. Love you, little sis. Love you, rascals. See you at Christmas time. Okay, baby. Thank you, James. As always, you're so missed. As always, my love. That happened on Sunday. My boyfriend was over here prior to us getting ready for the gala, and he was watching the Panthers. He's a huge Panthers fan. He normally works the games, but he took it off to be with me at the show. And so right at the end, that's when they started gaining traction and ground, and they won, so he was fine. He was floating whole time, honey. His feet did not touch the ground. He was cold. So we have Cynthia Junkins. Hey, Cynthia. She says Naomi does make everyone she talks to make it seem like they're on trial. She does. She has no emotion. I don't know what's going on with Naomi. Like I said, maybe the character is doing that on purpose. um so I need to find it. Oh, well, I don't want to say what she says. This girl's still talking about this Halloween outfit. I I'm grown. There's so much I'm gonna wear out because I have a brand that I'm representing, and if I might be on TV, my damn at literally be out somewhere, and I'm not. I can't. I'm not. I mean, I'm going to the Halloween party, but not dressed up too inappropriate to the point my shit is coming out there, and they be like, "Isn't that lady that's on Beyond the Gates?" and my ass cheeks is out somewhere. No, nigga, no, I ain't doing that. We got Rhonda SMH 1879. Hey Rhonda, she says, now Auntie, when you started singing Happy Anniversary, I started singing and right along with you. I'm old school, rap school, the Flintstones, and yay, Rhonda Gas. Thank you, Rhonda. Rhonda got it. Yeah, honey. If you're a Flintstones fan, I used to love the Flintstones. Oh my God. Cynthia says, I get it, Shar. I've always been fascinated about learning how to do sign language, and I've been doing pretty good with it. Okay, I might have to do that, girl. I really might have to do that. I really might have to learn sign language. I never learned it. Know a little bit of Spanish. I don't know French. I think I mentioned that in the video. But know a little bit of Spanish, but I would love to learn conversational Spanish. And I'm sure there's an AI or app out there that can teach me that. I remember hearing my daughter learn do something. It kept making all these noises whenever she would get a term right. But I want conversational. I don't want no biblioteca. I don't want that type of shit in the book. I want to know if I'm out here at one of these grocery stores and I walk in and I can hear them people saying, I can know exactly what they're talking about. So that's what I want to know. Cynthia also says, I thought they were going to write in the script that either Haley or Caroline would see Bill and Danny kiss. That would be good, because they were at his office. I don't know. That would have been good though. But if Caroline would have seen him, she would have acted like she didn't see anything, because she knows Bill. Caroline knows Bill like the back of her hand. Cynthia also says, "Oh wow, Shar, my cousin's birthday. Oh, it's October the 3rd. When I tell you, ooh, we got so much in trouble when we were growing up, and she had a health scare about 6 months ago, but she's doing very well now. Okay, good for her. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, my dad's birthday was October the 3rd, so happy to hear that she's okay. Tell her to calm down. Tell her to sip some tea. We got my girl Jasmine Williams. She says, "Honey." Eva is wonderfully complex character, brilliantly played by Amber. Eva has been the victim of her narcissistic crazy mammy all her life. She was told her father never wanted her. Imagine how that would make her feel. So when they came to town, either she was more than happy to exactly revenge on the Duprees. I get that. Who her mother convinced her had robbed them their whole life. Leslie felt like she deserved their life, and Ted, once she found out none of this was true, she tried to pump the brakes on the plan. Eva was completely gutted that night and wound up broken up on Ted's doorstep. Right. Kat delivered one of the cuttings that evening. Eva has been calling in the middle, and she has tried to reach out to Kat and be sisters genuinely. Kat always insults her character, her clothes. Now, while I love cats. Well, wait a minute. While I love Cat's fancy Nancy Drew persona and her detective skills, she's cut as hell. She's also mean as hell and entitled and snobby with Noble Nikki as the mother. Is it any wonder I don't have a bunch of sympathy for her? She insulted Tomas, he walked out. Anybody would think it was over. Cat needs to take a chill pill, then maybe she can have an one old have an old one for these days. Oh no, have an old one of these days. Eva borrows my soup when she enables her mama. She must stop that in order to be free and grow. She must cut her mother loose once and for all. I think it will come out that Eva is Nicole's daughter, and that really blows everybody's mind behind the gates. I agree, Jasmine. Like I said, I told you I love Eva. I love Amber. I still don't like Eva, but I like how you broke that down. She is a victim. She definitely is. And I do feel that once she gets free to her mother, we might, I might be bending a little bit. We'll see. Because her mother is definitely her enabler, and her mother makes her feel like she can grow wings and do a lot of shit that is inappropriate in her doing. So I get it. I get it, Jazzy. Thank you so much as always. We got Jasmine says, happy anniversaries from the Flintstones. I knew my sis would know that, honey. Thank you, Jazz. Yes, it is. I love it. Miss Welder69 says, I cannot wait until Kat gets her toes curled by a real man. She will, honey. She will. Miss Cat, honey. Miss Welder also says, that's what I meant when I said Caroline was talking to Haley about Vanessa and Joey. Oh, when Bill walked in. Okay, I think Caroline is connected to Randy, not Haley. You think so? Okay, okay. It would be cool if it's that. We got Cynthia Judkins says happy anniversary to Shar. That's the other Shar, Char on the video. She said it was her anniversary. She got married in Vegas. We got Miss Pearly Cole. She says, I'm Team Cat all the way. Thank you, Miss Pearly. Eva has been trying to give that cookie to Tomas for months. She's not a victim in any kind of way. She has taken everything from Cat. Yeah. Angelica says, I agree. After what she did to the Richardsons, Eva deserves to crawl up in a corner just like she did. She crawled at the bottom of that door over that piece of trash, Tomas. I think that once her mother is out of her life, I think that she'll be different. I hope she is. It'll be a trip like who said it? I think it might have been Lightning Storm, no, or James. James has always said that Kat is actually Leslie's daughter. Won't that be a trip, y'all? If that girl is actually Leslie's daughter, child, because they do have a lot of the similar ways. They have a lot of ways that are alike. And Eva does act like Nicole. She got that get back type of spirit. Leslie doesn't have get back. Leslie is very forgiving, just like Eva. I mean, just like Kat is. Blaze. Hey, Blaze. Blaze says, I'm tired of y'all with this Ted and Jew bullshit. It ain't happening. Well, okay, it's not happening then. Cynthia says, I have a feeling Jacob brother is going to be for Shanice. That would be good. Ms. Welder says, that would be great. I think Shanice needs a man for herself. Facts. Yes, gorgeous Shanice needs some heat besides being the emotional help for the Wonder Bread twins. Oh Lordy, I got my daughter saying Wonder Bread, y'all too. Lord have mercy. That was, like I said, that was a big mistake when I talked about it on Divorce Sisters because I couldn't think of that girl's name. And I called it over here, and we've been riding that horse ever since. So yeah, Cynthia says yes, that was my favorite scene with Loretta Devine. Okay, we talking about waiting to exhale. Cynthia also says I sleep facing the wall. Okay, well I was talking about what side of the bed do you sleep on because when my boyfriend spends the night, he sleeps near the door, and I sleep closest to the wall. So if anybody try to come in here with no bullshit, he ready. He ready for the bullshit. Yeah. Um, Cynthia also says, "Child, I wish I did have a cure for night sweats. I wish I did, honey. We would be rich. Me and you, honey. We could partner. Saying, me and you would be partners, honey. We could, girl, and our husbands and boyfriend won't have to work no more. They can come home and put their feet up and get them rubbed, honey. Yes." She also says we went to Red Lobster and they just went riding around and towards the after. Okay, the afterwards. Okay, so y'all went to Red Lobster for the weekend. Okay, how nice! Y'all just go car riding. That's so sweet. And Blaze, he says, Auntie, this is your necka, Blaze. You know what I think is going to happen with Naomi pregnancy. Most likely, Haley will steal the baby, or Naomi will give it to her because she doesn't want it. I thought about that, Blaze. I really did think that maybe Haley, because she wants a baby so bad, and it's a Dupree. I thought about that. I really thought about it. If since she doesn't want it to go through the pregnancy and let her be the surrogate for Haley, but it's got to be for her dad because that bitch ain't gonna do it for her. For damn Haley. So I'm gonna go ahead and pause it right here so I can go ahead and get started with my the episode number 144, I believe. Yeah, 144. Let me go ahead and get started with that. Get that done and uploaded, and I'll be back to the front porch later. Bye. All right. Sorry if there's any glitch in there, but all right. We are at episode number 142 where we have Danny. She's on the front with a smile, and you have Bill. I keep that picture on my phone. Bill looking like, I don't know. So we have Mr. Michael Parms. Hey, Michael, he says 89 is not he says, but Michael Parms 8931. He says, wish we could have Doug and Donnell having some father and son talks. I wish that was true too, Michael. I agree. I really do wish that we had like some father and son time with Doug and Donnell. We only have the pictures, that's it. So yeah. We have Miss Carolyn McWilson, 497. Hey, Miss Carolyn, she says, honey, Joey is messy boots, honey. He is, girl. He's a mess. He is a show enough mess. I hope that the new guy that they're bringing on there, Greg, hopefully when they bring him on there, that he's like time enough. I wonder who he's gonna bring up there for. Is he gonna bring him up there for Shanice, or are they gonna bring him up there for damn Leslie? Maybe Danny, because somebody had mentioned, I look at some of the comments, and one of you guys mentioned that he was on Queen Sugar, and I remember him. He was with the darker sister, the chocolate one, Nova. I remember him. Excuse me, y'all, my nose is a little stuffy, but I remember him, and they had so much great chemistry on that damn screen, honey. I remember him, so he's gonna fit perfect at Fairmont Crest. I wonder what he's gonna be. He had on all black in the picture, so I don't know if he was a cop or if he's a businessman, or I don't know what he is, but this is going to be fun. We have Teach Jazz 217. Teach Jazz says it was kind of nice to see Ted interact with some other people other than Leslie and Eva. It was, and nobody gave him the side eye. He even had a little bit of insight for Vanessa, even if it was all about him. I enjoyed it because it does show that Ted is useful. I mean, Leslie acts like she can't live without him, but he's pretty useful and he's a wise man. So it was really cool. It really was. They've been doing that lately. Teach Jazz also says, Bill was the only man Danny had been with, and she needs to talk. She needs to talk to Niece Cat. Maybe she could steer her away from tomato tomas. I hope she can, girl. But you see how Danny is. Danny is ready to jump right on back on Bill, and Bill wants him to jump on her too. Teacher Jazz also says, I'm so glad that Andre holds his own with the Duprees. They need to stay the fuck out of their marriage. They will not wear him down. He has daddy's back, married or not. You better say that, Teach. Yeah, I mean, I don't understand why they want to control so much in these people's lives. These are grown ass people. I don't get it. I don't understand. It just makes no sense. Teach also says, I also can't wait for Joey to get his due just. Me too, girl. I'm ready for him to get his justice. Hopefully, it will be Marcel to do the deed. I don't know. Joey fattens Marcel's pockets, so I don't know how that's gonna work out. But he needs to go down. They need somebody else. He just has too many of them by the balls to me. So she also says, it's okay. I know what you mean. Mix up Naomi and Nicole so I can take my shot like I did with Jen and Ashley. Teach girl, I listened to my last video that I did, like the last one, 144, and I said Leslie instead of Nicole. So anytime you hear me say the wrong person's name, girl, shot it up. Shot, 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 shot. Hey, shot, shot, shot. Yeah, have fun, boo. On me. Have fun. So we have Michael Parms. He's back. He says, hey, Shar, I really love it when you suddenly break into song. Do you? And I am telling you. Is that what you're talking about? I have so much fun when I do that. I mean, especially when the song goes with the theme, of the scene. Then yeah, I gotta break out in some type of song that's relatable. And most of the times, y'all be knowing that shit, so I love it. We have my nephew, House of Sir James. He says, "Auntie, with all your hype, honey, you know that if your theory doesn't pan out, you have to tell us, right?" Oh yeah, I'm gonna tell you, but it will. It will. I've seen a few of them. I know of one, but yeah, it'll pan out. It'll pan out. It will. I kind of had a heads up about the guy, but I didn't know exactly who he was. So, but I knew about the Greg guy that was coming. Yeah. We got Crystal Water. She says he is so full of shit. Joey went and got that dealer and probably told him to play along. He did. That was all for show, and he probably didn't really fire him. He didn't, because he called the man at the end. We will see if he shows up in the card room later. LOL. And Sir James replied and says, that's exactly what I was thinking. The son doesn't know shit about that operation. And then Joey's ass had the nerve to try to cozy up to that young man like he really fucking cares. It's a damn mess. You better say that, baby boy. You better say that. He don't give a fuck. He don't give a fuck about that boy. Matter of fact, if he could move him out the way so he could have Vanessa in his bed all the time. Because now that baby's back, guess who's in the way? Baby boy. Because she got to make sure that he's the priority now. Because Doug is gone, you know? So yeah, I'm mad too. He act like he care, and I thought that I saw a little bit of care, just a little bit of care in his eyes when he heard different people talking about Doug. I thought I did. I thought I saw that, but child, no, that motherfucker don't give a fuck. He don't. Crystal says, Shar, it was John Lindstrom who plays Joey Armstrong. He played twins, Kevin College, yes, and Ryan Chamberlain on General Hospital for 30 years. He sure did. Kevin was a psychiatrist and Ryan was a serial killer. Thank you so much, Crystal. I knew that his name was Kevin and he was a doctor. But thank you, Crystal. As always, my crystal clear. You know, you always do that for me, girl. Thank you, Crystal. Crystal also says, great memory, Shar. It was I, LOL. I said that from the get go, when Randy Sammy said he had a friend, he would ask about Bill. I said he was talking about Haley. In my mind, who else could it have been? But her ass didn't know about Bill's dealings with Joey, so she gave him bad info. Or, like somebody else said, that it could have been Caroline, because Caroline know where the bodies are buried. You know, it could have been Caroline. Caroline and him might be kicking it. I don't know, girl. I don't want it to be Caroline and Randy. I wanted to be Randy and Haley. I really need it to be them. I really do. We have Miss Welder 69. She says, to add to my last comment, you know how long it took me to figure out why our gentleman James, yeah, our resident gentleman, was so mad about Joy pushing Doug against the wall. I couldn't figure out until you did a couple of recaps. Then I realized it was because he was white. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And James is in his, I think he's in the 60s. So yeah, you know, you don't know people's, you know, we only know one area of people's lives. You only know one area of my life, you know, when I come here and do the audio. And all of you guys is, we don't know after y'all walk away from the computer what you've been through or what you're going through, you know. So Ms. Welder, I would appreciate that. She says, I'm so oblivious to that shit. It's okay. It's okay, girl. Just know that it's out there, and a lot of us have had experiences with white people that have not been the most nicest. So when you see it represented on the screen in such a really crazy way, it can trigger you. And I respect that for all, you know, I have a lot of at that gala the other night that I was at, I had so many people, you know, white folks just loving on me, honey, just loving on me. So I don't have anything against, you know, white folks, but there are some, honey. There are some little sprinkles in there that will just fuck up your whole experience, you know. And it just gives you a bad taste in your mouth sometimes. It's not just white; we could do it to each other, but it's mainly, you know, whites against black. And we have to remember, a lot of all of these episodes were recorded way before we were even in this particular climate. So this climate, baby, it's on 10, you know, 10 level 10 now. So, you know, it's amazing that they were able to release these particular episodes, but at the same time, you know, they have to be mindful. They have to be mindful about the climate and how they're going to take a lot of these angles of the script, because you don't want to trigger people. I mean, they already have the almost Allison, you know, graping uh um Chelsea, and then you also had uh Leslie did what she did to Ted. That was an assault, especially if he was inebriated and he didn't know what he was doing. You know, that's what it is. It is exactly what the fuck it is. So I think season two, they're gonna probably be more mindful about how they deal with things, especially with the current climate. And I think they're gonna try to work with that. Keep it more in the head. You know, like fantasy and stuff like that. Don't I just don't like the dynamic of the Joey thing. Like I said, I'm not a fan of bad characters because I've had some dealings with bad folks in my life, and so my tolerance is real small when it comes to people like that. So, but we appreciate you, Miss Welder. You know we love you. You know we love you, honey. We love you so much. But thank you for your acknowledgement, and we thank you for your transparency. We really do. We got Just Me 8201. Just Me says, I can't wait to see what you're talking about, honey. You can't wait, honey. You can't wait, Just Me. It's coming. I don't know how far it's coming, but it's going to be a really great thing to behold. It really is. God knows. When I saw that, I was like, thank God. Just me also says, is Haley trying to trap Bill? We know that. I really don't think that she is in a rush to have any more children, honey. I think with Bill, he would take it either way. Also, I wonder, would this be closure for Danny? We shall see. No, Danny would never close that door, especially after they done kissed. Child, please. Never. S. Parker replied to Just Me and says, agreed. Haley seems to think that this is the key to keeping his attention. The nerve of her to think a new family, quote unquote, is what he needs for happiness. Bill was so busy fucking that young girl, he didn't give a fuck about nothing else. It was all sex. That's all it was for Bill. All just fucking all the time. That's all he wanted to do, and that's what Haley gave him. But so that means she never had any substance. That's what I'm like when he says that he loves her. I don't think he loves her. I think he appreciates the fact that she was there for him in a time that he needed to feel validated and wanted. I think that he appreciates her, but I don't think he loves her. I have a friend of mine. They love their spouse. I'm gonna be very careful how I say this, but I think that they've had a true love in their life before, and they never loved their spouse the way that they love their true love. They never did. I still don't think that they do, but and they're not really friends, but they they're there. They were there, but you have some people who appreciate you for coming into their lives at a time that they needed somebody, but it is what it is. That's how life is sometimes. So but I don't think that Bill loves her the way he claims he does. He does not. We have Miss Doris Clay. Hey, Miss Doris, she says, I hope Andre and Daddy's relationship stays good. And with the kids too, because they are no good. They have no real reason to be mad about them. When Bill sees them out together happily, he'll be so jealous. He is. Bill doesn't seem to understand that his kids aren't simply mad at the divorce from their mom for a younger woman. The problem is this woman that he let destroy the family and friendship with Naomi. Plus, everything Danny said about how Haley played them all, it still is playing Bill. She's still playing him. When I tell you Danny read that bitch, ooh, she read him. Oh my gosh, she read him. So good, and I loved it. We got Michael Parms. He says, Shar, I got a feeling that when you get on Beyond the Gates, that they're going to cast you as a diabolical villain. Are they? Well, from your lips to God's fingertips, honey. He also says, and actually, baby, for Jacob and Naomi may not be in the cards. Why they're not ready to make Danny a grandmother? Shoot, Danny will be a glam mom, honey. She ain't nothing. It's only one grand on that damn TV, and it's Anita. Yes, yes, that's who it's for. We got Kelly underscore S. She says, girl, you ain't got to explain your reason for not liking Joey. He's a villain. Thank you, Kelly. Mwah. Thank you, Kelly. I appreciate you, love. I only did that because it was a question. And again, like I said, everybody's comments here matters to me. And if you pose a question to me, I will answer to the best of my ability. If it's something for me, yeah, of course I'm gonna answer it. But if it's something that I know that I can't spill, I can't. But thank you, Kelly. I appreciate you, my love. We have Mia Holloway, 1549. She says, hey, remember when Vanessa said he had been drinking vodka and he told her, you don't know me, I drink dark. I bet that flask had vodka. I hope it did, Mia. Oh, it's something in that flask for them to mention it as a piece of evidence. I hope that Marcel fucked up that bad that he put the wrong damn liquor in there. I hope he did. I love him though. I love me some Marcel, but I hope that he fucked up really bad and put the wrong kind of liquor in there. I hope so, girl. We got Jasmine Williams. She says that kiss was about Bill needed to win a pissing match. Whoa. He can't stand that Andre has what he threw away. Facts. That kiss will burn a hole in his brain. Just like Daddy said, I can't eat for Joey. Mosquito and Cray, Leslie to go down. I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait for Joey, Mosquito, and Cray, Leslie to go down. Me too. I really want them all three to go down. I can't wait for this truth to come out. Jasmine also says, Danny is warning Bill that Mosquito played them all, starting with Naomi. Bill comes off like a whipped idiot with his baby bride, who always needs a binky and some crayons. She told Bill she wanted to give him a real family. Bill allows this insipid insect to insult his children. Unforgivable, honey. Damn it. Right. Cynthia says, and now she's talking about trying to have a baby again. Didn't she just lose that damn baby? Didn't she just piss it down the toilet there? Shit. Just trying to take every dollar he has to. He better wake up. Did you notice the expression he had on his face after Danny left? Yeah, I noticed that shit. I noticed that shit, sis. I did, Sin. I did. Jasmine says Joey is truly diabolical. He is working Donnell to gain his trust when when he slides into Doug's place with his wife and son. That's why he got to go, because he's not just, he's like cold-hearted. He don't give a fuck. I don't like that. If you're gonna kill people, but you want to just get rid of him so you can slide in his place. I just don't like that shit. I just don't like it. We got everyday people 6296. Hey, everyday people. I don't think that I've ever seen your comment before, so thank you for coming by. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please don't let this be the first or the last time you make a comment over here, honey, because we are the big rascals, baby. We over here, we have good time, okay? Everyday people says, but how is Joey saying in front of Donnell that he didn't know Doug, right? Huh? How is he gonna clear that up, right? Girl, lying like he always do. Thank you, everyday people. Okay, let me go ahead and go to the next video, which is I think video 143. All right, we are at episode number 143, like I stated earlier. So our first comic we have is from Miss Elizabeth Lassiter, 4756. Hey, Elizabeth. She says, Auntie, Haley is so damn annoying. And I can't wait to see the look on her face when she finds out Naomi pregnant, honey. My heart went out to Jacob because he's so excited about being a pappy. I get where Naomi is coming from, but I think a talk with Danny may help. I think so too. Danny didn't lose herself behind motherhood. She did that giving into Bill's wants. Right. Bill only got with Haley to boost his own ego. She could never give him what he had with Danny. Danny know damn well she should have told Andre about that kiss. Right. That's what I'm like. You starting off wrong, sis. You starting off wrong. You no need to not keep being honest with each other. Donnell gonna disown his mama when he finds out about how Vanessa really, really knows Joey. Right. That boy, he already came in piping hot. He already came in piping hot, girl. I was like, man, oh man. All right, our next comment is for Margarine Marjorie Nelson 7406. She says, I saw you on So What You Thinking channel. I thought the panel kept interrupting you. I was like, girl, that wasn't me. That's not me. Is there somebody on there that look like me? I don't like panels. I think I mentioned that before. I don't know if I mentioned it earlier in this video or whatever, but I think I mentioned, I'm not a fan of panels or anything like that. Because whenever I do look at YouTube videos, I always avoid watching the panels because they do talk over each other. Because and sometimes it's because there's a delay, or you may have a more stronger personality on there than the other people, and some people gravitate to one person more than they do the others, and sometimes there's a whole huge fallout. So I don't do panels. So Miss Marjorie, honey, that wasn't me, baby. And I don't have time. I don't have time to be on panels. I really don't. Unless, and it has to be a big unless, it's like on a weekend and I know that I'm going to gain some subscribers out of it, because that's why you collaborate. You do it because you want to gain some subbies. But other than that, and a lot of people don't gel with my personality. So, but no, Miss Marguerite, that's not me. And again, I'm not a panels person. I look at vlogs. I like to look at people's lives, their life, they're in a life of, or I like to look at shopping. I like to look at hair videos. I like to look at jewelry. I like to look at when it's a one person on the screen and they're giving like news updates and or gossip. I like stuff like that. I'm not a panel person, so no, baby, I don't. That's not me. Unless there's somebody. That means I might have to change my hair, honey, because I don't want to be looking like everybody else. I'll get compliments depending on how my hair is. But sometimes I'll get some compliments, but if my hair start looking like everybody else, I'm like, I need to change it. I have my hair done for this thing that I just finished. That I just did the gala, but I gotta change it if I'm around here looking like everybody else, honey. I can't do that. No, ma'am. Mm-mm. I'm Shar. I like to look. I like to be like, whoa, who is you? Yeah, I like that type. I love being having short hair, but I don't like me around here looking like everybody else. So I might have to change it or add a little maybe skunk streak in the front to make it a little gray. Cause I love me a little gray, honey. I might have to do that because I don't like looking like everybody else, baby. Mm-mm. But thank you for coming by, Miss Marguerite. Hopefully, this is not the first or the last time. I love that you make a comment over here because your words do matter. Okay, I think I took talk too long on that. All right, we have Miss When Tay talk. Hey Tay, Tay says, "Honey, Dougie already gambled, but it wasn't that bad. But Joey approved him to receive unlimited amount of money to keep gambling, so he could get him in so much debt that he would have to talk to Vanessa into laundering money through her real estate. You better say that, Tay. He sure did. I think he had already had his sights set on Vanessa. I really feel like he already wanted that. He needed a new way to launder his money. He used her from the beginning. I can't wait for her to find that shit out. We have Teach Jazz. She says, when Bill left Haley, I thought surely he was going over to Danny's house and throw her over his shoulder if Andre wasn't there. Yeah, me too, girl. I was like, Bill, you better take your ass over there because he was mad. I mean, that's what most men do, right? I ain't trying to dog the men, but some of the men, they be, they get mad and they like to avoid shit. It's like, no, nigga, stand right here and say your shit to my face. If I ask you a question, you need to tell me what the fuck's going on. Yeah. No, don't leave. Stay. Just you want to be a dog, stay. I don't call men dogs. I'm just saying. I'm extra. Never have called him in a dog. My mama used to. She used to call my daddy that all the time. I don't know why, but I never did. But stay. Okay, we got Teach Jazz. She also says Danny should have told Andre about the kiss. Thank you. That's another person. I don't know why she didn't tell that boy. You hold the secrets, baby, and then you gonna sit there and then give all the damn rules. Like no. We got House of Sir James. He says, "Hi, Auntie. I have a casting rumor." He was the one who had me going digging all through the damn, internet, honey, Beyonce's internet to find out about Mr. Greg Vaughn. He was rumored to be the new love interest for Leslie. Really? He says, if you'll recall, he was Nova's love interest on Queen Sugar. Yeah, I remember that. He was a white cop. Right. This came through my Twitter feed. It may not be true, but it's interesting. And yeah, it's because of you, baby, that I did my digging and I did that video. And then I just saw, and you also confirmed that they did say that he will be on the show. So good. But for Leslie, y'all know who ain't gonna be feeling that right. Tad. Tad ain't gonna be feeling that shit. And that might be how he's going to be pivoting over to June. Possibly. Because Nicole gonna be all up under Carlton. So yeah. We also have Miss Jasmine. She says that double D mosquito. Y'all already know who she's talking about. Haley, honey. Weighed down by the hall runner, looked disgustingly ugly, and the horny insect crawling up on on Bill the Beanstalk. I threw up in my mouth. Didn't it look uncomfortable? I mean, it just. She was straddled all over him, and they making all that damn noise. I was like, I don't like it. I don't like it. Okay. The Rock, the RC Koger 5405. I knew that it was gonna be somebody that was gonna slither through the damn wood, the wood floors that was gonna find this foot thing, right? Somebody talking about, hey, I just love women's soles of the feet. The rock the RC Koger 5405. I knew it was gonna be somebody. Now I don't know if you're normally over here, if you normally watch like in the bushes, but thank you. Or you just saw these feet, honey. You just like, I'm coming over there. I got to say something. Anyway, my boyfriend loves feet, so it's nothing wrong with it. It ain't nothing wrong with it. He likes high arches and all of the wrinkles. He schooled me on it. I was like, oh, okay, that's what you like about it. He was telling me when he was a little boy that his teacher used to take off her shoes to read stories to them, and it was just something about her toes that really connected him. He started liking feet. And I didn't think it was weird. I mean, like I said, me and him share so many things, but people like feet, people like different things, so but there's nothing wrong with it. Ain't no judgment over here, honey. You like what you like. But that bitch, Haley, got some big ass feet. I'm sorry. She got some big ass feet. But welcome, honey. Please don't let this be the first or last time you come over here and have a good time. Okay. We got Michael Parms. He says, I know the real reason why Naomi doesn't want to have kids. She don't want to step on them damn little toy park kids, leave them all on the floor. I told y'all it was the same, honey. It could be a bitch stepping on that damn thing, and it take you forever to get healed. Oh, it could be a mess. Or she's just a very career driven woman. She's a lawyer. Maybe she hasn't even tapped into the real surface of her real true calling to be, a lawyer or an attorney. She there's a lot of people like that, especially women, don't want no damn kids. They really don't. And I'm hoping that Danny can talk her into understanding that baby. The sadness that I had in my eyes had nothing to do with me having you and your sister. It was because of me wanting to do something to satisfy your daddy. And he didn't support me. He could have supported her. She could have been a model. They were rich. They could have had nannies and shit. It was just that she gave up a lot of stuff for him. And, it happens like that. I did it. I sure did. I gave it up, and then when it was time, I gave him up, and my kids are empty nest. So now I'm really living in my full, true, authentic self, and acting, and doing this and working and stuff like that. So it's been a blessing, but there are some sacrifices when it comes to being a parent, and I wouldn't trade them for anything in this world. At the time when it's happening, you'd be like, "Damn, when they gonna get old?" Shit, I want to go out here and travel, but it goes by so fast. It's like if you have little ones, honey, if you have teenagers, enjoy these phases with them, honey, please, because they grow up so fast. My son will be 24 in May, and my daughter will be 29 in December. So it's like, yeah, it sounds funny saying that shit because I still see her at 13 and see his ass at 9. So it's really it grows up, it goes by very fast. So enjoy each and every phase and stage that they go through if you can, because it's a blessing. It's a true blessing. We have Jasmine. She says, Jasmine Williams. She says, "OMG, that double D mosquito is insufferable. She looks like a toddler next to him. That hall runner weighs more than she does, right? She calls that wig that she wears that extra damn long Brazilian wavy kinky bullshit that she wears. It's just she calls it a hall runner. You know what them hall runners are, them damn rugs that you put in the hallway." Oh, she says, then the Nat said she wanted to give Bill a better family. Right. Why didn't Bill pump the brakes right then and there? He's going to be a father with a baby. He's going to father a baby with a baby just to one up Danny. Right. That don't make no sense. Seriously, Billy Goat. She looks like an ant crawling up a tree already. Not an ant. Oh, Jasmine also says, "Oh my God, Joey is so diabolical, cozying up to Doug's son so that he will accept him sliding into his mama, giving Donnell his first drink. That was trash, right? Something he wanted to do with his father. What a villain! He's full of shit. He is full of shit." Angelica, hey Angelica, she says, "But did you see Haley's big toe?" Girl, yes, I saw that shit. My goodness, it's longer than the thumb on a hand. She said it looks like it's about to take off and leave the other toes behind. Oh, Jesus. It does, doesn't it? Oh gosh. Angelica also says, okay, that's my lunch thing. Angelica also says, "Honey, Joey doesn't care. His heart is black and pumps molasses. He doesn't have a compassionate bone in his damn body." Oh God, Santa Ana 8516. Hey Santa Ana, she says that I knew he was lying. The demons on this show. I thought I knew he was lying. The demons on the show. Right, demons, honey, demons. Angelica also says, wait until Vernon and Anita finds out she's pregnant. Those two controlling asses will tell her exactly whose fault it is. Maybe they'll blame Danny for this too. No, they're gonna blame Bill. It's Bill's fault for every damn thing on this damn show. No, Bill. If it wasn't for Bill, I'm like, y'all, Bill over there trying to kiss on his ex-wife, and y'all over here just blaming that nigga for every fucking thing, everything. Now his hands is in everything now. His fingers, all 10 of them fingers is everywhere. It's spread. And Caroline knew what a body is, so y'all need to talk to her. Angelica also says, "Crazy Naomi need to be accountable for this pregnancy. If it was so close to Naomi's heart to have to not have any children, this pregnancy should have never happened because she should have had her tubes tied. Right, that's what I did because I'm sure when she went on birth control pills, her provider told her it's only 99% effective, and a woman can get pregnant on birth control pills. She did not protect herself fully from pregnancy, but typically Naomi will make it about Jacob and treat him like he's responsible, or like she said, Chelsea went missing. But it wouldn't be her fault. My thing is this: I don't know why they say this on the video, but I thought about it. I'm like, girl, your ass wasn't that stressed that you wouldn't stop fucking while Chelsea was missing, while damn Derek and that bitch name Ashley was having drama. Your ass didn't stop fucking. Your legs just them spread for your hubby. Shit, you wasn't that stressed. Shit, I must have forgot my birth control. Oh, okay, whatever. But you took time to screw your husband during all this stressful time. Shit, and Jacob knew what the fuck he was doing. That's why he was smiling. Oh, nasty dick. He knew exactly what the fuck he was doing. Oh, nasty motherfucker. But he pulled out the handcuffs. Shit, what else he supposed to do? That's his wife. Shit. Okay, let's see. What else am I reading? Oh my God. Okay, we have Angelica. She said, Vanessa is insane to let that man give her son his first drink. Donnell is going to check Joey and his mama. Ain't he? Donnell is like on a whole different train. I'm like, I'm ready for him to just say, choo choo, motherfucker. Choo choo. He gonna bulldoze everybody. St. Anna says, I totally agree. The man that despised her husband, the drunk, now you give the son a drink? What kind of bullshit is that? Vanessa is sneaky. She's a sneaky liar. Her son checked Joey about calling him son. Like, I ain't your son. That's exactly what he said. I'm like, okay, Danielle, I like you. I like you. Angelica says, Marcel brought Doug's last drink. I said then to myself that Marcel was going to drug Doug. Yeah. Yeah, he put something in that glass because remember, Doug was looking all damn woozy and shit. Yeah, I was like, damn, Doug, damn. All right, we got Rhonda SMH AT79. Hey Rhonda, she says, hey Auntie, hey Rascals. Naomi stayed in somebody's business but couldn't manage to tell her mom about Double D and her fake pregnancy. Right. I'm not looking forward to Naomi's pregnancy. She's cutting up already. Double D is feeling insecure about Danny. All I can think of is how you get him is how you lose him. Oh, you better say that, honey. One last thing. How did Derek think he was going to tangle in the sheets with without that third leg, baby, not being reactive? Right? Right. That's what I was saying. I was just hoping that something would um push in the bush, push in the bush, push. She said, "Child, make it make sense." Both Derek and Ashley are childish as fuck. They is, honey. They is. Angelica says, "I agree, honey. She did not tell June who Ted is, and that she's just absolutely crazy." Naomi has issues. Look how crazy she acted over her rings. Right. All this Dupree needs all the Duprees need therapy. They do. Every last one of them needs some damn therapy. Okay. Let me check on this real quick. All right, we have Miss Cynthia Judkins. She says, Haley Big's hooves. Yes. Look like little damn what's them damn things like half man and half horse. Oh, I hope this girl don't listen to me. Girl, I'm sorry, honey, if I hurt your feelings, but I'm sure you know how big your feet is. Cynthia also says, sir, you better get to Googling and ask Siri about the feet. Cynthia also says, my daughter and her friend are both divorced and no plans as of now to get married again, and it works for them. Thank you. I'm the same. I already said that. I love your daughter. Cynthia also says, I thought I wanted to be an accountant, went to college 2 years for it, and all I got was a chance to pursue it for a while and found out it wasn't for me. I'm really good at organizing. Oh, and decorating. I still do it as a side time from time. Okay, cool. That's cool, Cent. You like I said, they said now I saw somebody, if you take a picture of like an empty room, if you want to really like take your business up to another level, you can take a picture of their room, ask them for their color schemes, and what ChatGPT do will like redecorate that room to give it to your customers so that they'll know what they could do, a different color scheme or whatever. Because I got, like I said, I got popcorn ceilings and I need to get rid of people. Oh, they'd be like, girl, you still got popcorn ceilings? Yes. Shit. So I mean, I got to get my coins up for me to get all that done. So yeah, I got to get that done. Cynthia also says my husband and I were fortunate in the fact that he worked until 2 in the morning, and once he was home, he let me sleep and would be up with the kids. And when they woke up around the same time he got home. Okay, see that's partnership, honey. Y'all better partner. Y'all better partner. I love that. She also says, why Vanessa let Joey give Donnell that drink? Duh, that was part of the reason why your dad ain't here amongst the living, child. I don't know. They just don't think. Cynthia also says, yes, Auntie, the bartender and the dealer are two different people. That's what I was thinking. I was like, when that guy came in, I was like, oh, man, had that boy ever been behind the bar? I thought he was always at the table. So I think that, of course, Joey had him come back in there on no bullshit. Cynthia also says, I stepped on my grandson's Legos. Girl, them Legos. My daughter likes to do Legos now. She makes some really great designs, but girl, them things, you can't recover from that. You really can't. Cynthia also says, oh, when I tell y'all I was waiting for your take on Bill not being able to concentrate when he was trying to make love to Haley. Talk about my reaction. I can't even remember what I said, honey, but I'm glad that you liked it, honey. We got MB 1969 MB. Hey, MB 1969, boo. She says, you are the best. Thank you, my love. I love your recaps. Recap Auntie has me cracking up. Thank you, boo. I'm trying, honey. I just have a good time. I want to bring y'all joy. There's already so much bullshit going on in this world, honey. I just want to make y'all have fun, give y'all a good time, little kiki, all of that. So that's what I want to do. We got Crystal Waters, my crystal clear, honey. She says, this might be a crass comparison, but I have to say it. Jacob says he'll do all the work taking care of the baby. Isn't that what kids say when they when they want a pet? That they'll take total care of it. Then after a while, they are nowhere to be found when that pet needs to be cared for. He's a police detective and isn't being realistic about that part. I understand Naomi's feelings. I do. I can't even lie. I really do. She knows what she wants for her life. She already made that clear to Jacob in the beginning of their marriage, because I was waiting to see if they had already known about this, and they were very clear. She says, but I wonder how hard the Duprees will go to get her to keep the baby. Oh, they're gonna go hard in the paint, honey. They really will. But yeah, I said I wanted me a pet, but don't I be seeing people going outside in the damn rain? I know Scent got her beautiful baby. I ain't trying to walk out in no rain and no snow. Y'all, I let me put them on a treadmill so that they can walk. I do want one though. I do. I mean, maybe if I get a little bit extra coin, maybe I can get like a pet person to do it. I just don't feel like doing that, y'all. I just don't. Ooh, I be like, Lord Jesus, I be watching my neighbors walking their dog. Like, y'all all right out there? People through the curtain. You all right? Shit, she's the older lady. So we got Miss Welder 69. She says, I was a single mom. Unfortunately, been working since my kids were two. Wow. They're 35 and 32 now. I'm still working. Matter of fact, my kid's father is still paying. Yes, child support. And my kids are 32. And what? You still got that man paying child support? How the fuck you do that, girl? I thought that stops at a certain age. Girl, all right. I mean, you better do. You need to give us the secret sauce, Miss Welder. You need to tell us. I was a nice person when me and my kid's father divorced. I didn't ask him for child support because I got the house, and they were going to see him every other week. My mom and them got on me real bad about that. But at that time, I was just really trying to not have any conflicts with him. I wanted us to have a very smooth, amicable divorce because our kids had never seen us fuss. I've never really fussed with him. He never really did it with me. And I don't know. I just didn't ask him. I just didn't ask him. So people talking about, oh, you dumb, you stupid, you don't know. Like, child, please. And it worked. He went his way, I went mine, and we're still, pretty decent people. We get along. As a matter of fact, him and his wife, they invite me and my boyfriend over for Thanksgiving if we want to come. So, it wound up being the way that I wanted it to be, us being friends, and it wound up being cool. Ms. Welder also says, how come Danny hasn't told him? She only staying married because it makes Bill jealous, because that's the only reason why she hasn't gotten an annulment yet. Right. She ain't gonna get one. Miss Welder also says Joey don't care. He might be listening, but he still don't care. Yeah, he might. He hear, but he ain't listening. Hearing is like it's noises. Like if you sitting right here now, I can hear certain things knocking, but listening is when you're intently sitting still and paying attention to what the person is saying, so that you can respond to them. And he don't do that. He's really bad at that. We have her. She's also said, Miss Walter. She says, I almost peed my pants when Danny said that about Ashley. But it's so true. Ashley does not belong with Andre. And Andre, he can leave his shoes under my bed. Okay, anytime. Okay, you like him with the gold chain, girl. I'll go ahead, Miss Welter. You like you some chocolate with your milk, honey. Squeeze that little chocolate in your milk. I hear you, girl. Ain't nothing wrong with chocolate. Um, we got Miss Pearly Cole. She says Andre will eventually get his wish to be back with Ashley. I believe so. I believe you're right. After the lust subside, her true self will emerge with all of her insecurities. Facts. Ashley will not want Andre anywhere near Danny, and that will cause issues for them. Facts. I said that a long time ago, that I feel that her insecurities about him being friends with Danny will surface, and she's not going to want him to be talking to Danny, let alone being around her. And see, here's like Danny was like, even though if things don't work out with us, I still want us to be friends. He's like, cool, yeah, we're gonna do that. Yeah, you say that shit, but how is Ashley gonna feel? Ashley ain't gonna like that shit. She ain't gonna like it. She don't want you to be friends with the lady who, you used to fuck with. You can be friends with people I am real good friends with people that I've been with. I am. And my boyfriend knows them, and he we saw them Sunday. But it's not awkward. You gotta be adult about stuff, y'all. You have to be adult about shit. You have to be. And if your partner is that connected to you, and you both have had an honest conversation, oh, I can see them, but I don't want them like that. That was in the past, like literally in the past. Then he got to trust you, you got to trust them. Trust is a big thing. So yeah, I agree. So that's all of the comments. It really is. It's all of the comments from all of the videos from last week. So let me go ahead and get this mishmash together and get this uploaded. And for those of you who would like to, I have a membership that I have. I'm going to also mention it again later today. But I have a membership, and what I've decided to do with my membership is that you see all of the behind the scenes. I've been recording this whole video on video. This audio, you guys get the regular audio stuff, but when I put you on pause, there's a lot of shit that goes on in the background that you don't see if you're an audio listener, that my membership people see in the background. So I just started this yesterday. I had a day off, and I decided to do this because I wanted to give my audience members something more. If you're going to pay for a membership, I want to show you something. So that's what I decided to do. So I'm going to get this uploaded for my members, and I'm going to get the audio uploaded for, the people out there who are not members. And if you want to be a member, go ahead. It's right up there. You become a Recap Rascal. I can't remember what the monthly fee is, but it's a small fee, honey. It's small. If you don't want to, honey, you can still hear the same thing. It'll just not be the behind the scenes stuff, and I won't be on camera. Okay. So hopefully y'all having a good day. And let me go ahead and get this done. And I will see y'all in the next front porch. Bye.